everybody, today I'm going to be testing out the Arrtx Jelly Cup Gouache, and I've never used anything like this before. I've used acrylic gouache before, but I've never used jelly gouache. This is the first time I've ever heard of it. So I actually got these as a Christmas present from my grandma, so thank you, Grandma, if you're watching this. Oh, can't open them. And I have been looking at these for a little while. I think they look really cute. I've heard that they're good, so I would really like to try them. The colours are so beautiful. I really like them. I think there was 2 different sets you could get. They come in these really cute, let me get one out. Oh gosh. These really cute little pots, which look like little yogurt pots, I think. That you have when you're a kid. Look how cute they are, and the colours are so vibrant, and just, I don't know, I'm really excited to try them. So I'm going to take them all out of the packaging here, but I don't really want to waste any of the colours, because I know once I pull this off, as you can see, you lose a lot of the colour on the top there of the container, just like you would in a yogurt pot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get all the lids off, and I just wanted to show you, because it is pretty messy to actually get the paints out. This one's not so bad, but I imagine, you know, they've been a little shaken up in transit. Woo! I totally dropped that one on the floor. There we go. Woohoo! So here are the colours all set up, and now they're like this. I can really see them, like they're really bright colours, and you can see that some of them look a little different to what they look like on this test. Okay, so as you can see, I've already sketched out what I wanted to paint, and I've based it from this sticker. So I got this sticker recently, and I just love the colours in it, and I thought it would be a really good base to test the colours on, because there's pretty much every colour in that little sticker. So I've gone with a Sleeping Beauty theme. But I didn't just want to copy the sticker, not that I could, I don't think I could paint that detailed, but I wanted to do like a really cute version of Maleficent. So I've drawn little Maleficent, you can see there, and she's supposed to be little baby Maleficent. She's holding a toy, but she's still a bit, you know, she's still a bit mischievous. She's still Maleficent, so she's got like a little bit of a side-eye look going on as she looks over towards the castle on her right, our left. So her side of the page is a more moody, with purples, blues and greens and black, and the castle is going to be brighter colours like the yellows and oranges and pinks, and then I'm going to blend the 2 together. So I thought it'd be a really good way to test the paints. So as you can see, I've gone with this sort of splodgy look, because that's kind of what I like about gouache. It gives you like a really nice texture, and I feel very free when I'm using gouache. I feel like I can mix colours very freely, and I can go in with water again if I want to reactivate. So it's not as restrictive as acrylic, I find. With acrylic, once you've put it down, there's sort of no moving it. But with the gouache, as you can see, I keep going back over that purpley background and adding to it, and it's accepting it with no problems. And I'm also blending the 2 colours in the background together, and it blended really easily too. I did want like a painterly look to it, so that's why I've sort of left it splodgy, but I imagine you could get a really nice blend with these paints. I really like using them wet. Like, I really like just being able to dip my brush in this huge pot of paint and just splodge it on. It felt very, like, I don't know, like very freeing, I guess you could say. And I just really enjoyed that part of it. I'm quite a messy painter as it is, so that fit perfectly with what I like to do and how I like to paint. But these will actually dry. So these little pots will dry. They're not going to stay this jelly, like, wet consistency. They're not going to stay like that. They're going to dry, and you can obviously reactivate them with water. But part of the fun for me was definitely that they were wet. So I'm wondering how long they'll stay like that for, and how long they'll take to actually dry out. Because the one thing that it says on the actual container on the box, it says that they are quick drying paints. Usually I I somehow manage to catch my sleeve on part of my painting and drag it all the way across the other side of the paint with me. But this time I didn't do that. So, fun fact for you, I have never, well, yes, I have seen Sleeping Beauty, but I didn't watch Sleeping Beauty until about 3 years ago, maybe, was the first time I watched Sleeping Beauty. I actually never watched any of the princess movies when I was young, maybe because I had older brothers and I was a bit of a tomboy. I never watched the princess one. The only one that I liked was Snow White. I really liked Snow White. I liked the music and everything and all the animals in it. It was really fun. But yeah, I didn't watch any princess movies. But this was great. It was a really good movie. I really liked it, and I love the colours in it too. And yeah, it's just really fun. I like it. So I was really happy to paint Maleficent today. This might actually be the first time I've ever painted her. Maybe. One time I did a model job, because if you don't know, I was a full-time model for like 10 years. And one time I did have to dress up as Maleficent for a job, and that was really, really fun. But the headpiece that I wore was very uncomfortable. And yeah, to wear that for a long time on a set with really hot lights, and it was made of like a leather, so it was really hot and uncomfortable, but it was fun. I felt very fierce. I understand now why Maleficent feels as evil as she does, because those horns. Anyway, back to the paints. So I'm using the black to do all of Maleficent's details there, like the hat and her cape and the crow. And I thought like I would do it black because obviously it is black in the movie, but also it would stand out, and she is supposed to be the main part of the image. And then I've also painted on what look like her cheeks, but they're not her cheeks. It's actually her eyeliner. No, her what do you call it? Not eyeliner, eyeshadow. Because Maleficent actually has these amazing like purple eyelids. I think a lot of Disney villains at that time had just the most incredible makeup. So she has these purple eyelids, and I didn't want to make it too scary because again, she's supposed to be a child in this picture. So I didn't want to make her too scary, but so I did them just like soft pink. And then I painted in this tree, and I really like it actually. I think it adds to the picture a lot, the way it sort of grabs onto the mountain there. So I have something in the foreground, in the middle and in the back, and I think it's like quite a nice even spread. I did do the castle a little close to the top of the page. I could probably have done with it being even smaller than that in the distance, because I think even in the distance you would be able to tell that it was Sleeping Beauty's castle. So I've just drawn her little face on there, and like I said before, I didn't want it to be too aggressive looking. I wanted it to be very soft and gentle. And originally, I mean, I went through lots of different styles of eyes, but I settled with these ones, which I recently learnt how to draw, thanks to James Burke, who I keep mentioning, but I'm going to keep mentioning him because I really like his things and he inspires me very much. So and yeah, this new style of painting that I'm doing now, I don't know why I'm saying new, it's fairly new to me. I think that it's my new favourite. I really enjoy the sort of adding loads of different colours and building the texture up, and I just think it looks really effective. I don't know why, but it's really fun, and it's just really easy to do for me, and it's very like freeing. So yeah, so you can see the castle on the left side of the page is really bright, and I decided to do that mountain really bright as well, so the sun is just shining on that mountain in the background, and there is no sun on Maleficent's side of the page. So then the mountain in the middle is supposed to be like a middle ground, I guess, between the two greens. And I thought that would be a really good way to test out all the greens that are in the set, because I wouldn't usually leave this much blank space at the bottom. But I really wanted to test out all of those greens, because there was an olive green, a colour called Green Frequency, which I've never heard of before, Maldives as well, and then there was quite a few different blues as well, and purpley colours. So I wanted to test all of those out, which is why I did these sort of hills that different coloured greens, so I could use all of those different colours and test them out. So at this point, I think I probably realised that I hadn't used any red. That was the only colour that I hadn't used in the whole set. And with this mountain in the background there, I decided to add a path coming down so I could use a bit of the red. So there's two reds in here. There's a deep red and an orange red. So the path, I was using the Naples yellow, and then I sort of dotted some orange red in the path, and then I blended that in as well, and I think that gave it a little bit more depth, and I really liked the way it looked. So I love these colours, and I really, really love using the paints themselves. I think they are actually my new favourite paints, dare I say it. I might just be having that feeling like you get when you use something for the first time and you really enjoy it. But I really like using them wet, and like I said, I'm not sure how long they'll take to dry in their little pans, but I hope that they take a really long time, because I really like using them wet. And I know, like, once I, spray them again, they'll reactivate, so maybe they'll work in the same way. So I'm going to keep using them for a while and see how I do, but as I say, this is my first impression of them, and it's also my first impression of gouache, or jelly gouache if you like. I've never used jelly gouache or gouache before. I've only ever used acrylic gouache, which I also really like, but I find that they activate a little bit more, so I've really enjoyed them. So at this point I was just adding some highlights and some shadows with my Holbein pencil crayons. Yeah, that's it. I've finished, and I'm really happy with this. I can see a bit of blank space, so I might do a bit of journaling in there, maybe write about my experience watching Sleeping Beauty for the first time. But I have to say that I really, really love these paints, and I've had a really good experience using them. And this did dry very quickly, so I really like that too, that I could just close my book right after this, and yeah, it's done. So thank you so much for joining me this week. I will see you again next Sunday with a new video, and I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that subscribed to my YouTube channel. It really does mean a lot to me, and if you're finding yourself here every week, then please do subscribe to my channel. It just shows me that you support me and you want to catch up with my videos every week. So I'll see you next Sunday with a new video. Take care. Bye.